Hey guys, Everdream Just Plays here, and we are doing a video for the Magical Life of Circle. This is a game on Steam, which the link will be in the description below for. It's Magical Life of Circle, a narrated roguelite about following your dreams. So, Life of Magical Circle is a narrated roguelite in which you dodge obstacles and pick up circles. Some of the circles are part of your goal, but some of them are just for fun. It's up to you to figure out which is which and try and stay focused. It's by Solideo. It's both developed and published by the same person. Planned release date is August 1st of 23, according to Steam. Um, Free demo is now available. You can download it and play above. It features control a magical circle and swim through the world in a fluid movement of your mouse. Dodge increasingly difficult obstacles. Pick up small circles that will help you either fulfill your purpose or distract you and change the gameplay in strange, fun ways. A curious and philosophical narrator will observe you, react to your choices, reflect upon his own life, and wonder aloud about the nature of chasing one's dreams. Gaze upon beautiful, evolving, fractal-based backgrounds. Listen to fantastic soundtrack that you can contribute to musically through your actions. 30 minutes to 3 hours, depending on your skill level, how wise you are, and how much you want to see. So 75 hours for me. Yeah, I did not do that good. However, I would like to get started here. So you'll see the cut to me starting. Before we do, though, if you guys could do me a favor, say hello and chat on my kick. But also, follow my socials. So here on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the video. Helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below, on if you have a game that you want to see played on here. If you're an indie developer and want to see a similar playthrough, feel free to reach out at Respawn Incarnate on Twitter. Um, we are sponsored by W.GG, which is a clean, jitter-free energy drink. If you go to W.GG and use code EJP for 10% off, you get 10% off site-wide. They've reduced their shipping through August, I believe, so you also get the savings there. But all that helps towards my medical bills. Don't have to, but it helps. Every little bit helps. And with that being said, we are going to get into the video.
For this session. When you start playing, you'll see a timer counting down at the top of your screen. All you have to do is survive until the timer reaches 0. Well, good luck and have fun. And don't worry, you'll be hearing from me again very soon.
Sensitivity is a little off. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ah. Also, just while you can adjust it on our. Get this tuned a little bit.
I'd like to tell you a little about myself. I started making games around the age of 12, when my mom signed me up for some game programming courses. I remember an elementary school teacher I had once asking the class, "What do you guys want to do when you grow up?" I said I wanted to make video games. He said, "Okay, but guys, you have to be realistic." He also once told us about how he used to get drunk with his friends, blindfold himself, and then try to drive while somebody else shouted directions, so I understand why he wasn't able to see my potential. As I got closer to college, I was questioning my beliefs and thinking about what was important in life. So my interest in games went down, and I decided to pursue a degree in astrophysics instead. Then, once I was in college, I needed a job, and I discovered that the same company that taught me game programming when I was a kid was hiring instructors. I applied and got the job. I ended up making some pretty cool games with my students, and so it occurred to me, if I can make cool games with these kids who barely even know what they're doing, imagine what I could do on my own at home. And that's how I got back into games. At the same time, although I enjoyed physics, I was beginning to realize that I wasn't passionate about it. I was always more of a creative type of person.
Oh, okay. Ouch.
After a few years of struggling, I finally graduated from college with a bachelor's degree in physics. And since coding was what I knew best, I immediately started applying to every programming position in the city.
Oh, I hit a brick.
My first interview was for an ATM software company. They gave me a reinvent the wheel type of problem to solve on a whiteboard, and I remember turning to their lead coder and asking, why wouldn't I just use a wheel that already exists? He replied, because this is an interview question. I think I knew at that point that I was going to fail the interview, but also that I probably didn't want to work at a place like this. And thank God I didn't get a job, because my next interview was at Digital Extremes, where I did get the job, and would go on to work as a gameplay programmer on Warframe for the next 6.5 years.
Oh. I keep hitting the black triangles because they're hard for me to see.
All the way from college through to my years at Digital Extremes,
Just because of my
I
color
never stopped
settings.
working on my own game projects in my spare time. I must have made at least a dozen, some of which I spent hundreds of hours on. But I'm one of those perfectionists, and they were either never good enough, or they weren't the kind of game I wanted to debut with. It needed to be something special, something that was uniquely me.
Get away from me. Okay. There's Mr. Red Guy. We don't want to be near him. There's the bricks. Get away. Oh, that guy popped out of the corner of the screen at me.
Throughout this whole history that I've been recounting to you, I was always reflecting on my world.
Okay, can we beat?
Deep down, my greatest motivation in life has always been a need to express my spiritual and philosophical view of the world. In the end, I decided that video games was the medium I would use for this. And it's perfect, because besides being the art form I'm most familiar with, I think it's also the youngest and most modern of them all. The more serious and self-reflective side of games is still in its infancy, and I want to be a part of that. And not just a part. I want to be a leader. A visionary. This is what I was born to do.
Okay, can we beat one level? Oh man. No.
So that brings me to this game you're playing right now. I had to make a very simplified version of the game for this demo because a typical demo would have spoiled the experience of playing the full version for the first time. But the full version of the game is about following your dreams and how life is a way of tempting us away from that path. It's more complex and with more to see. It has a narrative that changes based on your choices. And although the basics are the same, the gameplay mechanics interact in a very different way from what you're experiencing here. It's also not quite as brutally difficult.
These red guys are fast, that's for sure.
Because this is my first public release, I decided to start as small and as simple as possible. I wanted to show people an example of my vision, and to show them that I could make something great almost entirely on my own and with almost no budget. The one exception being my friend Alex, who produced the soundtrack. And by the way, not all of my games are going to be like this. Some will be just for fun, and each one will be very different from the last, and increasingly ambitious. Especially on the art side. I don't know if you can tell from the art style I chose for this game, but drawing stuff is not exactly one of my strengths, so that's
I
a
think
big
it
part of
actually
the
looks
budget
good.
that I've set aside for my future projects.
For what it is, it looks really good. I like the effects on the circle. My only complaint would be is the circle's a little bit floaty. If I move this way, it continues floating. Which means I have to deliberately move and stop the mouse. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Alright,
I
so
started working on The Life of a Magical Circle about 3 years
I've
before
got
it
to
left
beat your
digital
circle.
screens,
I've got
and
to.
I quit my job there so that I could work on my projects full time. Like I said, I decided to start as small and as simple as possible. So I took a fun mini-game from one of my previous projects, which was literally just squares falling down the screen while you dodged them with your mouse, and decided to build on that. It had to be more than just that. It had to mean something. I already knew what my future games were going to be about, but what's a simple and thoughtful subject for this first game? I ended up thinking about the difficulties I had faced while pursuing my dreams. So I added stuff to the game that you could pick up along the way, to represent chasing after something. And it all snowballed from there. As with any game, there were some technical challenges during its development, but by far the longest and most difficult part was executing on the vision I had for the gameplay and how it ties into the game's theme. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but I had no reference point. Even though it was a simple idea, it was counterintuitive, and there weren't any other games I knew of that did what I was trying to do.
I missed the purple one again. I'm pretty
By the time
confident.
I had finished making it, I must have experimented with every possible imaginable way of designing the interactions between the mechanics, and I was never completely satisfied with it. Until one day, only about a month before development finished, I made a simple change to one of the mechanics, ran the game to test it out, and all of a sudden, everything clicked, and the vision I had had in my mind finally came to life. It was as if up until that moment I had been working on a jigsaw puzzle, but couldn't quite figure out how the pieces fit together.
Hmm.
I hate tutorials. One of my favorite things to do in a game is to discover it. Even if it's a 4X universe simulator with 1,000 buttons on the UI, if the game asks me if I want an explanation of those buttons, I say, "Oh hell no!" It's fun to just mash buttons and figure it out. And when I do figure something out, it's rewarding to know that I did it myself. So as you may have noticed, I followed this as a design ideal for Magical Circle. The game explains almost nothing. But that's not to say that it's obtuse. It's a simple game, and everything was designed to be understood as long as you experiment and think a little.
I must beat this timer. If I move my mouse real slow, it's fine. Oh, we can also keep.
I don't hate UI, but I do prefer feeling as immersed in a game as possible, and part of that can mean having little or no HUD. So, as another design ideal for Magical Circle, I wanted every piece of information that the player needed to be readable from things that are a part of the game's world. That's why I made even the pause menu a part of the world. And yes, I am very proud of that pause
Nice. Oh. I hit a brick.
One of my favorite things in a game is when the music synergizes with the gameplay. I think my implementation of that is obvious enough. And by the way, there's even more of it in the full version.
Hmm.
You may have noticed that controlling the circle takes some getting used to. You have to feel it out. You're not controlling it directly with your mouse. You're accelerating it by moving your mouse. I wanted to replicate the feeling of a small organism swimming around in a petri dish. These kinds of unusual, flowy control schemes are another thing that I enjoy in games. At least in a game like this, anyway.
It's good to know the reasoning behind it. For sure.
Well, I'm afraid that's all that I have to say for now. Unless you can beat the game, then you will be hearing one more thing. But don't get too excited, it's nothing crazy. After all, this is just a demo. And in case you don't manage to beat it, thanks for playing and listening anyway.
Mhm.
If you enjoyed it and you'd like to support me, you can wishlist or purchase the full version, which I promise is not as hard. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you'll hear from me again soon. Until next time.
All I needed to do was hit that stupid purple thing. I had them all wrapped up, ready to, well, get circlified. It's kind of a hard demo. I don't like the ones that come out of the corner right where I'm at. I do think the clean UI is fantastic. I like the sparkly trail. The red squares could be a touch brighter for people with like visual impairments, because that's kind of the black square with the red around is kind of hard for me to see because I have a visual impairment. But I suspect for a normal person it'd be fine. Maybe if there was like a neon mode to make those neon for blind people. Kind of a would be nice to have thing though, not a requirement. Okay, let's see if I can. We can micro goal this. My micro goal is going to be 100 seconds on the clock. So we need to survive for 99 seconds. And I think we're going to start by staying lower on the board. And I'm going to turn my mouse DPI up just a touch. It's now on 800. Okay, that's a little better, actually. I think you'll spend some time getting your mouse sensitivity right to where you want it. But once you're there... Oh, the purple circle didn't kill him. I thought he would die. We're definitely improving. What? I think that's the lowest I got so far. This is the fastest the mouse will move is about this. I hit a brick. My assumption is that the full game, these circles will be for something. Doesn't look like they're adding to a score or anything right now. Damn it. I could beat this at any time. I'm just making sure you guys really see the beginning of the level. Yeah. Get rid of them. So what's the aggro radius on the red guys? Let's go see. And he de-aggroes a certain bit away. So we could maybe use that while we have a few of them on screen. I think the difficulty from this comes simply from the mouse floatiness. Because it's impossible to get the mouse to go the other direction. It has to come to a stop first and then go. So like if I'm going this way and I want to go back this way, it takes it a second. And those guys are a lot faster than you. I think sometime in the year 2033 I'll get this timer to 0. I want it to go the direction that I want that I move the mouse. Getting it to go in a circle is tough. So I just want to kite these guys around. Small explosion? I was trying to drag down and get the purple thing without hitting the box. But I guess I just have to accept you don't have that much precision. Oh, come on, guy. Always popping out of the corners. Yeah, I'm actually pretty terrible at this game. Don't aggro me, brother. Boop them all. Yeah, doing a circle, it slows you down way too much. I hit a box, but I think this could work. This is just me dinking around. I now have the mouse sensitivity set at 16,500. Which no reasonable person would use for anything. But it does kind of make it a more direct movement and a lot faster. I hope you guys are entertained at me being a doofus. You can see how high I have the sensitivity set on this. How high does it go? I'm surprised these red guys can even catch this thing. We just gotta get through these stupid squares. Say that guy didn't. That guy should have croaked. Boo! There's a hidden block there. I almost didn't see. Well, if I ever end up beating this demo, I will definitely let you guys know. I don't think it'll be really a thing. It's kind of hard. It's definitely a good game to try. Available on Steam. I'll put a link to the store in the description. I'm not affiliated at all, so. However, I hope you guys try it. You know, support your smaller indie developers if you like what you see. My whole goal for these demos is just for you to see some gameplay of it, see if it's something you want to check out. If that's the case, you know, this is a free demo on Steam, so you can have as much fun raging at it as you want. And the full version to come soon. I have been Everdream Just Plays, getting my butt kicked by a circle. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe the video. I put these out a couple of days a week, depending on what's available to play. So hit the notification bell if you want to see when my new stuff goes live.